Now it's time for the French newspapers, and it's the big story, getting an awful lot of attention here in France. It sparked a heated debate in Parliament yesterday. This is the issue of surrogacy, Flo.
That's right, it's getting a lot of attention in the French press, and I think that we can look at a cartoon in Libération today to understand just how the press is reacting to this. They call it a kind of new zombie apocalypse. It's the invasion of the surrogate mother. Now, surrogacy in France is called GPA, gestation pour autrui, so quite literally gestating for somebody else. It's illegal here in France, so why is it getting so much attention? Well, last week, the Justice Minister, Christiane Taubira, she issued a legal memo calling on courts to give French citizenship to babies who were born abroad from a surrogate mother and a French man. Now, this has sparked outrage on the right and a very heated debate in Parliament yesterday. It's on the front page of the right-leaning newspaper Le Figaro today that says that Taubira's memo has stirred up a storm. Now, the right sees this as a sneaky way for Taubira not to legalize surrogacy, but at least to make it more acceptable and accessible. La Croix, for instance, the Christian newspaper, in their editorial, they say that even if the government says that this isn't paving the way to legalization in France, it is a first step because it recognizes a procedure that is illegal and also sets some sort of a precedent. Meanwhile, Le Figaro points out that the memo has embarrassed people within the Socialist Party as well. Now, even if they are in favor of the memo and agree with it, they regret the timing of it, because you have to keep in mind that right now the parliament is debating the government's plan to legalize gay marriage, and any issue that concerns children is a very hot-button issue in France right now.
Now, you put out a piece as well, haven't you, from Aujourd'hui en France. This is covering the issue of surrogate mothers, but they actually interview one as well.
That's right. It's on the front page here. You can see it. Je suis une mère porteuse. I am a surrogate mother. This woman's name is Sandrine Lévy. She's 41 years old, and she lives in Florida, where surrogacy is legal in the United States. And in fact, she says that there it's not a taboo at all. People think it's not up to the government to decide who can and cannot have children. Now, she tells her story and just why in 2011 she decided to become a surrogate mother for a French couple, actually. And she says that she had 2 children of her own, didn't want any others, but loved being pregnant and also wanted to help people out. She did sign a contract with this French family and made $20,000, but she says she didn't do it for the money. It was really just to help them. And concerning the child that she had, she said, it didn't feel like my child. Genetically, we didn't have anything in common. I was just a host. Now, she says that this is actually something she wants to keep doing and has joined a surrogacy agency.
Something different. Mali, of course, still in all the French papers.
That's right. Libération focuses on what direction the French military operation is going to take now that strategic towns in the north have been freed from Islamist rebels. Libération says it's far from over because these 2,500 Islamist rebels have now fled to the north, to their sanctuary, where they have a whole network and arms arsenals, etc. Also in the northern region, the borders there are very porous, so they can go in and out of neighboring countries like Libya and Niger. According to Libération, what's likely to happen is that these Islamist rebels are going to hunker down and wage a kind of guerrilla warfare, much like in Afghanistan or Iraq. Now, French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius has said that France isn't there for the long haul, but what's going to happen? Could there be a political solution? Libération says this might be possible since splinter elements within these Islamist groups say they do want to negotiate with the Malian government. And the Tuaregs as well have said that they want to negotiate, but that could take months.
Okay. Finally, you're going to love this one. French media picking up on a study which has been carried out in the US, actually, that takes a look at the correlation between helping around the house with chores and sexual relations.
That's right. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I think that this study has proved it. And now, there's a very serious study that was carried out in the U.S., and it was published in the U.S. Sociology Review, and it points out that husbands who spend more time doing traditionally female chores, such as cooking, cleaning, and shopping, have less sex than those who do more masculine tasks, like yard work. So this is in Aujourd'hui en France today, and it says that men have a choice, basically, help around the house or have sex with your spouse. So it's a very tough choice. It might be a good excuse for people who are a little lazy or who just don't want to use the I have a headache excuse anymore. There's a funny cartoon in Libération that points this out, where you see a woman in bed, well, a dog in bed that portrays a woman saying, "Honey, are you coming to bed?" Meanwhile, her husband is saying, "What? I can't hear you," over the vacuum cleaner. So don't worry, Stu, I'm not going to ask you if you do
is that me? I was wondering if that's me. There's a bit of a resemblance there, I have to say. Yeah, I pick up my child at 4:30. I cook dinner every other night. I do all the,
Should do more yard work.
I should. I'll get out with my pickaxe. Flo, thank you very much. Florence Milmado with the French papers here on France 24. Stay with us.